Hello chemistry students. We're going to continue our topic on solutions in chemistry. And this video is about primarily definitions. So first thing, you need to know that solutions are homogeneous mixtures. Solutions are composed of two or more pure substances. So that would be an element/compound. It does have a uniform mixture and property throughout, has a uniform property throughout, which makes it homogeneous. Some facts you need to remember. Substances that are capable of being dissolved are called soluble. Substances that are not capable are called insoluble. So table salt is soluble in water. Sugar is soluble in water. Rocks are typically insoluble in water. Gold is insoluble in water. Thank goodness. So the dissolving medium in a solution is called the solvent. So if we had some salt, NaCl, and we had some water, the solvent would be the thing that's doing the dissolving, or the dissolving medium, so the solvent would be water. Now, let's take that same example, salt and water. They dissolve, we know that, they're soluble. Or salt is soluble. The substance that's being dissolved is called the solute. So here, NaCl is the thing that's being dissolved. Not all solutions are liquids. We have some examples here. A gas as the solute and gas as a solvent. An example of that is air. Now the solvent would be nitrogen. The solute, the solvent, would be nitrogen. The solute would be oxygen. Air is over 70% nitrogen, and oxygen is only about 11% in the air. So it is the lesser of the two. The lesser of the two is usually the solute. Okay, then we have a gas and a liquid, and that's carbonated water. The liquid would be the solvent, so that's water. The gas is the solute, which is carbon dioxide. Now we have a liquid and a solid. An example of this would be your fillings in your teeth, or the older fillings, the dental amalgam, and that's mercury, which is a liquid dissolved in silver. And then we have a solid as a solute and a liquid as a solvent, and that is seawater, sodium chloride in water. And then lastly, we have a solid and a solid. 14 karat gold, which is silver in gold. The higher concentration here is gold, which is why it looks like it's gold. So this gold would be your solvent, and silver would be your solute because it's in a lesser concentration. Number 6, miscible liquids are able to freely dissolve in one another. Now, it's kind of like soluble, but when we're talking about liquids and liquids, where the solute's a liquid and the solvent's a liquid, now we need to talk about miscible. So let's look here at our liquid and liquid, and that's vinegar. Water is our solvent, and acetic acid is our solute, because acetic acid is in much lesser concentration than water. And acetic acid and water are miscible because they are able to dissolve in one another. Immiscible liquids are not soluble in each other, and they form layers based on their densities. An example of that would be oil and water. They're both liquids. Oil does not dissolve in water, and water does not dissolve in oil. They are immiscible, and they form layers upon each other. A precipitate is an insoluble solid that collects at the bottom of a solution. Precipitate. It's like precipitation when it's raining outside, the water falls from the sky. A precipitate in chemistry is when you add two solutions together or two liquids and something falls out of it. And that would be the precipitate, a solid. So now let's talk about our examples. Miscible or immiscible. Rubbing alcohol in water, and actually rubbing alcohol is made up of isopropanol or isopropyl alcohol and water. So this is like saying isopropanol, water, and water. And they are miscible. you are able to dissolve those two together. Oil and water, we already talked about that. They are immiscible. And you're done.